Hi, this is Cheryl. I wasn't going to do another reading today, but I got up early and I decided that I am. And so I'm going to do another reading from the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. I cleansed the deck and I put a rose quartz on the deck. And I have this little chest full of stones that I got. And I picked out a stone and it's red Jasper. And it's for grounding, focus, and strength. And I picked that stone out with it too. And I'm going to carry this stone. And I was listening to music and getting some inspiration. And I was listening to Kid Rock, American Badass, Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, and Filter, Welcome to the Fold. And that's what I was listening to. And so I'm going to do a reading now. And burning some sage incense. I decided to wear my Trivium shirt today. I haven't been to a Trivium concert. I've been to a lot of concerts, but I like this shirt because I made it, I cut the neck out of it and made it like different. I did that a while ago, but because I like to be different. So I made it kind of my own. I like to wear headbands. It keeps the hair out of my eyes, and I just like headbands. It's something different. I like to be unique. Everybody's unique in their own way. Everybody has their own way of doing things and dealing with things, and you shouldn't judge people on how they look or how they deal with it, with things that they're going through or whatever. Like, it's good to get to know people before you judge them by what they look like. Okay, we got 8 of Pentacles, the Sun, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Temperance, and 5 of Pentacles. And this is my favorite deck because I like the pictures on the deck. Eight of Pentacles. Flames twist and flicker, filling the space with heat. The tangy scents of molten metal mingle with the earthy notes of burning wood. The crackle of fuel consumed by the fire punctuates the sizzle of evaporating water. Reflections, all orange and yellow and white hot, dance with smoky shadows on the wall. The energy is constant motion as each individual flame waxes toward its peak and dies down to a city memory. He, muscle and skill and perfection, holds still, a rock amidst the flow and transformation. Gazing down at his most recent creation, he assesses it carefully but quickly, for he has been working at this for a long time. He knows what he is looking for. The burning passion, the flame of creativity, and the desire for artistry are all found in turbulent motion in the room. And yet he seeks something else. He strives to capture all the energy, all the beauty, in one moment, in one object. After years of careful discipline and honing his skills, he is still unsatisfied. Each attempt brings him closer, and so he continues to drive himself, never settling for less than his ideal. This means commitment and discipline, as well as raw talent and learned skill, are needed to achieve perfection, or as close to perfection as possible. However, no matter how determined you are, it's impossible to move toward an ideal without having a clear vision, without knowing what you wish to create. You cannot assess your progress or know what to change to improve your project. This card suggests that you are making progress and getting closer to your goal. Do not settle for something you are not satisfied. Continue your practice and know that the end result will shine with your passion and dedication. The Sun. He thinks of himself as practically an adult, too old for childish games, but on a day like this, it's so easy to be a child again. The sun shines in a low, lazy sky, encouraging leisurely naps, daydreaming by the river, and easy games. He has already good-naturedly agreed to wear the crown of leaves she wove for him. Although he insisted that there be no flowers in it, now she wants to rub one under his chin for luck, she insists. He only half-heartedly stops her. Who couldn't use a little luck? In the end, he lets her turn his chin yellow. She squints at the streak as if reading for a sign. He's going to be ever so lucky, she decides, and then insists that they find a dandelion gone to seed. With all that luck, surely whatever he wishes will come true. She smiles to herself as she rubs the yellow flower on his chin. She is young, but she knows enough, more than he does, and she sometimes thinks. He will be grown soon, and it will be harder to persuade him to play, to meander, to do nothing. Why do adults want to give this up, she wonders. Of all the days of the entire year, there's always one perfect set of hours. At that time, it's so easy to feel free, so perfectly happy, and the older ones seem to work so hard at wasting it. So she is determined that they shall both enjoy the stay properly. The sun shines in whatever reading shows up in, giving even more pleasure and happiness to a positive situation while bringing optimism and determination to a more challenging one. The energy here is easy to understand. Just imagine a perfect summer day. Imagine that you have no obligations that day. Imagine forgetting for now the problems of the past and the tasks in the future. It's a blank slate, warm and golden, waiting for you to write your joy on. Children know that dandelions are associated with luck and the granting of wishes, and that lazy summer days are for enjoying. This card represents a gift. Don't question it. Don't worry about how to best use it. Just relax into it and be grateful. And I just want, before I go on, I just wanted to say another thing. Like, don't change yourself for anybody. Just be yourself. And, like, people change, and that's good to grow and change. But don't change yourself for anybody. This is a still moment before action. Hidden in the underbrush, this hunter is all but invisible. The angles of his body and the richness of his coloring camouflage him from all but the keenest eyes. Holding still is the most difficult thing for him to do. A closer look reveals that his every cell is in motion, vibrating with energy so fast that he seems motionless. Humans would assume that behind intently focused eyes, his mind is moving through thousands of possibilities, assessing and predicting what will happen next. But they would be wrong. Inspired by a primal instinct or perhaps divinely guided intuition, he changes from observer to hunter. In one swift, elegant gesture, an arrow flies through the air, hits the mark, and changes life to death. There isn't even time for one last breath. What happens after the giving of thanks and ritual ceremony of a departed noble soul takes longer. Hunting, after all, is complicated. Dance between prey and predator, between life and death. Sometimes the tempo is fast and other times slow and reverent. This knight is motivated by two things, passion and energy. He likes to act quickly and he is able to do so because he is certain of his decisions. This confidence is admirable and made all the stronger because he lives very much in the moment, without worrying about what has happened or what might happen. He seems to have disregard for consequences, but he decides based on what he feels right in his heart at that moment. He cannot change that by imagining some unpleasant consequences. To change action based on the future is to him cowardice. Whatever is right must be done and must be done quickly. And passion and energy are very important. Like, you have to be aware of your energy and notice when your energy gets low and find ways to bring up your energy. And if your energy gets too high, like, find ways to bring it down. And I want to study more about energy and like times of day and energy and stuff like that. There's a lot of things I want to study. Like, life is about constantly learning and growing, and you learn from all of your experiences. And don't judge people by the experiences that they went through or the past. And be aware of your worth too. And try to find ways to bring up your confidence. Okay, Queen of Swords. You approach her, noting her calm demeanor, and admire her gossamer cape, soft and fine as starlight, edged with lace as delicate as dew. You try not to notice the sword half hidden under her skirt. It's hard to notice it when everything points to it. The lustrous pearl on her forehead, her fine chin, the beak of the owl mask around her neck, even the lace of her bodice. It all comes down to the sword, the very thing you'd rather ignore. Her mouth curves slightly, not quite a smile. Her voice, cool, soft, invites you to join her. But her eyes don't welcome, they dare. Do you really want to talk to her? Do you really want to hear what she has to say? For she has tasted life, both the sweet and the bitter. She can discern truth from beguiling illusion. She can dance through the shades of gray and find the heart of the matter. Oh yes, she is wise and quite articulate. Come sit, her voice invites. I'll tell you a story, a true story, her eyes declare. You hesitate, fairly certain that her story does not have a happy ending. She is so certain of her truth. If you listen, will it become your reality? This card represents a person with a lot of life experiences, and not necessarily all but happy. She is smart, analytical, and honest. She is never a victim of circumstance. Rather, she sees all difficulties as challenges. She may not be pleased by everything that happens or what others do, but she will do what is necessary to achieve her goals. With the uncanny ability to see connections and patterns, she is able to draw on her own experiences and impart wisdom to others. At times, bitterness may tinge her normally calm voice. Even this strong lady can feel weary of always rising above life's misfortunes. Temperance. And you should always have dreams and goals, but not think too much about the past and not think too much about the future. Live more in the present moment, but still have goals and dreams. How the water flows is how the earth is shaped. This powerful rushing water pushes and pulls at her feet and joggles around the rocks under her, but she never falters. Water may shape the earth, but is not shaking her. Her every movement is under command. She maintains her position without thinking, focused entirely on the cups in her hands and the water that flows back and forth between them. Is an act of something like alchemy or magic. But for her, it seems merely a natural extension of her own body. No, water doesn't control her. Rather, she is able to control it. Her favorite familiars, the dragonflies, ride the air, wings catching soft sunlight and giving it back in bright colored flashes. Even though she doesn't look at them, she knows that they are there and can feel the energy they lend her. They're happy to bestow their gifts of emotional maturity and spiritual harmony on the one who treasures them so much. She does treasure their gifts and works continually to become more skilled with them. She is a quiet creature, a virtue she has honed of necessity. Only in silence can she hear and feel all that goes around her. From the soles of her soft feet to the top of her disciplined mind, she has worked to heighten her sensitivity. She moves through life like a dancer with elegance and ease, always saying the right words and doing the right things. She makes it look easy, but behind her small smile, she keeps her hard work to herself. They say that a mark of any true professional is that they make whatever they do look easy. Moving easily and beautifully through life doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice and a discipline. Life brings all sorts of challenges. The environment of your life changes all the time. Maintaining balance in a chaotic world is subtler than mixing equal parts of work, play, and sleep. When temperance shows up in a reading, you know that the situation has powerful elements that could potentially throw you off course, but that you can, with some ease, resist being controlled by outside influences. It means that you must remain in control of yourself. Emotional and spiritual maturity are necessary to understand all the forces at work and to make the best choices in order to achieve the results you desire. And the last card is Five of Pentacles. I'm just going to work with one deck today. Two young fae huddle together in the chill twilight, their bodies nearly as empty of life and light as this winter's eve. In a world of such abundance, how can such lack exist? As she holds her sister in her arms, feels her shivering bitterly, and hears her belly rumble with need, she offers what comfort she has. It's a challenging effort as she has so little to give, being cold and hungry herself. Fighting despair with the only weapon she has left, she whispers words of memory and hope. She weaves stories of warm spring days and autumn harvests, creating a strangely tangible energy that slowly covers them like vines, twining deeper and chasing away the worst of the chill. She imagines the future, not so far off, when the earth will come alive again with fragile green sprouts fighting through the cold soil and reaching for the sun. With a sigh, she pulls her beloved sister closer, knowing that they need only hold out a little longer. They just need to survive until the next cycle. Sometimes we learn as much about an energy through its absence as through its presence. The Five of Pentacles is a difficult card, but one that represents very real cycles in life. During the winter months, all living things are challenged to survive until spring. The earth, which may seem dead, is creating the soil for the next season. Dormant plants are anything but stagnant. They're either growing stronger to return in the spring or breaking down to enhance the soil. During this time, you may experience a shortage of physical resources that may feel like your life is dormant. The cycle will pass. At the end of it, you will find that the choices you made during this dormant period will determine what kind of plants, seeds, and soil you have to work with in the next cycle. And that is the reading. And I think I'm going to plant some flowers outside. I think that would be nice. When it gets a little warmer, it's kind of cold out still. And that is the reading. Thank you so much. And I'm excited about having warmer weather. I'm tired of this cold weather. Thank you.